Oh, hi there, everybody. This is my friend, Gregory Washburn.
Yeah, hello, good morning, everybody.
Folks, remember we said that we had made a huge omission over the past 60 years, that we did not make a video record of the people who remembered the SS Glendora children's show. From 1955 to 1962. Well, one came in today, and by the way, folks, we just finished 7 hours documentary footage of the SS Glendora, and we got it onto from SD to DVD to the TV stations, and it is going to be on in Yonkers the whole 7 hours. 2 hours one week, 2 hours the next, and an hour. And it's going to be on Yonkers, Wappingers, Binghamton, including Ithaca and Utica, and Long Island, and Chatham, the area where we are, and Kinderhook. And they play the program 2 hours every week, plus another half hour. It is instantly on the YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter as of today. It's in process. A couple of them up. How many are up?
Excuse me, how many shows are up? Or?
It's the first 2 hours of the SS Glendora documentary up on the internet.
Yes, if it's not up now, it's going up right now. So.
I think it is up. I think you.
Yeah, it should be. I think it is up. So. Yeah.
And you're doing the second 2 hours now?
Yes, we're working on that.
So we hope that'll be up there today. Now, Gregory has found something on our Facebook Yellow. We have a Facebook Yellow, which is friends, and we have a Facebook Top Hat, which is public. Go ahead, Greg.
All right. I'm reading Glendora's the Facebook page, which we call the Yellow Hat Facebook page, and just the activity that's been going on. There's different uploads and shared links on here, and there's also she gets contacts from her Facebook friends, and one recent one here is Bobby Reno. She gave a talk at the local town hall down the road on Tuesday morning.
East Greenbush.
And we went to attend that, and we went to the Glendora and I. We went to the talk, and we tape recorded it. And here's Bobby. Bobby sent a comment here, and I'll read the whole thing. It says Bobby Reno added 4 new photos with the Glendora Buell. February 7th at 2:19 p.m. Glendora and me had my talk on Edmonia Lewis yesterday at the town hall. Glendora was a childhood hero of mine and still is today. She hosted a TV children's show on WRGB back in the mid-1950s to early 1960s as the captain of a spaceship called Satellite 6. I remember back in those days, most children's TV shows were hosted by men, and here she was a captain of a spaceship. Glendora showed little girls like me that we could someday be captains too, but she didn't bring any. It says here, but she didn't bring any Bosco! Exclamation mark. And I guess Bobby received a photo from Jeannie Cassatelli here, and here on her Facebook page, I'll hold it up to the camera there. It shows there's a picture of Glendora and Bobby Reno at the town hall, and then there's another black and white picture of Glendora on the top there. Show that quick. Here's the bigger picture of Glendora dressed up in her Satellite 6 wardrobe, and we're going to go go back to, there's one here of, here's a black and white photo of her on the set of Satellite 6 right there. And then here is it's a picture of a can of Bosco, and I'm not very familiar with that myself right now. I don't know what that is.
That's that chocolate syrup, ice cream, cake, cookies.
It says milk amplifier. That's what it says on it.
Okay, and soy milk make that, folks. Make it soy milk.
And I guess that was one of the sponsors of your show at that time. I would
And
assume.
how?
And
Every day, 5 days a week.
and so that was Bobby Reno's sent that out on Facebook. And then there's some. So she sent that out. Then there's some comments I see below that from Kevin Marr and 14 others. Thomas Marino, I remember well. Wow! Exclamation mark. Then Sue Casey of St. Pierre says she is still amazing on here. Another comment there. And Jeannie Casatelli says, and thank you, Bobby, for inviting Glendora to your talk about another remarkable, groundbreaking person who happens to be a woman, Edmonia Lewis. I hope our local schools are sharing their history and contribution with our community's children. And then
That's a good comment.
then she left another one here before that. And yes, Glendora's show created perhaps our nation's first space Trekkies, it says. It says on here, and she left those comments. And let's see here. I'm going to go into look at some more things on here. And I think that's about it for the comments that I see on here right now.
Well, that is very, very interesting to bring back live television when it was clean and fresh and innocent and sweet. That would be 55, folks, to 62. 1955 to 1962.
So we went to the talk on Edmonia Lewis, and it was very educational, and she spoke about her career. And
She was an artist.
And
She was a black woman.
Born in 1844, and she learned to
In East Greenbush, that's the important thing.
learn the art of sculpting, and traveled to Rome, and she has some very impressive works that she worked on, and we can research that. So.
And Bobby Reno, you did an excellent piece of work in bringing her alive and breathing to us again. You did a great job.
She had a PowerPoint presentation she gave with a camera and a projector and a screen, and with that, she spoke all about her history of her growing up and what happened to her, and up into the, I guess she died. I guess she died over in England, and she's buried over in London right now. So, and that's very interesting. And that coincides with February is a Black History Month right now, so that coincides with that.
You did a great job, Bobby Reno, in the town of East Greenbush. We thank you. Now that program on Edmonia Lewis will be on the Facebook Yellow, the Facebook Top Hat, the Twitter, and the YouTube by the end of this day, if all goes well. If the $100 I paid yesterday for Spectrum Internet does its job, and I think it will, Roy. You seem to know what you were doing when you were installing it. Now, as for the rest of you people, it'll be on in Yonkers, Wappingers, Binghamton, Long Island, Chatham, and Kinderhook in April and May. So we did our job. We're making a video record of all the people who still the flame burns in their hearts for a children's television show that was for children and by children and live. Amen. Did you want to add anything, Gregory?
No, but it was just very interesting learning about the history of the show, and just from meeting now grown children at that time. Now they're grown up, and
68.
we've done a number of interviews, and I just get the feel of what the show was about at that time, and it came before. It's before my time, but I'm learning.
When were you born?
I learned a lot about it. I was born in 1962.
1962. That was this last year.
So so I'm kind of late to the party here, but that's the way it is. But that's the way it goes. So.
Okay, does that take care of that insert?
Yeah, that takes care of it.
Okay, as they say, Gregory, in television, that was the point where you cut off. When you were a performer in front of the camera, the floor crew would say, that meant we're going out.
You have to know when it's time to go.
So turn it off,
So
please.
all right.
See you soon, folks. Everybody, we just looked at the results of the boost. We paid $8 for Facebook to boost one of the jokes last week, one of the 30-second jokes. And we have another SS Glendora fan to speak to you. Greg's going to read it to you.
Yeah, this is. I think this is all a result of the Facebook jokes that we uploaded. A lot of individual jokes, and with that in the boost, here there's a comment in here on Facebook from Hal. His name is Hal Hefner.
How do you spell that?
Heffner.
Hefner.
It says
Thank you,
here.
Hal.
He states, and I guess he was one of the school kids at the time at the school that you stopped and visited.
Read what he says,
It
please.
says, I remember Glendora came to Tamarack School for an assembly, and he puts a question mark there, and it says here he states it says interesting woman. That's what he says here.
Call, Hal. Let's have a talk on the phone.
So that's
Okay,
that's
so
his one of his comments there.
all right. Let's go back to the JVC.
And let's see. Okay, I'm just looking for any other related things on here. Okay.
All right.
All right.
That's what we said we would do.
Okay.
What we should have done long ago.
All right.
Make a record of these things.
Okay. Let's go to. We have a Facebook comment. A Facebook comment from Jeannie Cassatelli, and she commented on a post that you're tagged in, and it says here. Her comment is February 8th at 7:26 a.m. And thank you, Bobby, for inviting Glendora to your talk about another remarkable, groundbreaking person who happens to be a woman, Edmonia Lewis. Hope our local schools are sharing their history and contribution with our community's children. And that's it. And then she says again here, she says, and yes, Glendora's show created perhaps our nation's first space Trekkies. And that's it. That's the whole message right there. So did you want to archive that, or her
Is the cannon off?
no, it's running. Want me to shut it off?
You shut it off, but you left all that garbage on there. Do you want me to shut it off? It's a TV show. Does that look good?
Thomas Marino commented on a post that you're tagged in on Facebook 2 days ago. And he states here on February 7th at 3:54 p.m. I remember well, ... and then he exclaims, wow, W-O-W, exclamation mark. And he's talking about the Bobby Reno talk and about Edmonia Lewis.
He's talking about the SS Glendora.
Yeah, SS Glendora. But it's kind of hard to eat. Jeff Wheeler commented on Glendora's link at February 5th at 4:54 p.m. Glendora, comma, you're a rip, exclamation mark. Cynthia Burrows Tunis commented on Glendora's link on February 5th at 4:29 p.m. And she writes, Glendora, comma, that's a blast from the past, exclamation mark. There's a weekly Facebook page update for Glendora. Let's see, this is for the week of February 1st through February 7th, 2018. It says here the metric, it says page visits. Last week was 14, the previous week was 32. And last week the weekly total reach was 1,620. And
It reached 1,620. That's 1,600, yeah. Okay, thank you.
It says people engaged is 60.
Those are the ones getting married. That's a lot.
And it says total page likes 410. And that's all I have on here right now for that. So. Yeah, there's a comment here on the Glendora Vegetarian Club ad in the local newspaper. And from email Linda commented on your video. And she states here, is there a recent update on Glendora's Vegetarian Club? I found this video, but it is dated 2014. And then she writes updates with a question mark on it. And that came from email Linda. That's what her ID is on here. On a comment on a chat with Glendora, number 11675, from email Linda. She commented on your video. A nice video, period. It is good to hear people talk about Jesus. Create another video about Jesus Christ. Maybe you can do a 60 seconds video about Jesus, or about the phrases of hope, and or about the promises of God, i.e. the quote from 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7. And it's signed KJV. It's signed on Facebook. There's a comment. Mitchell Rickman commented on Glendora's video on January 18th. Mitchell Rickman states on January 18th at 7:21 p.m. Love your jokes, Glendora. Signed Mitch. Your videos?
Okay, Pat Yeager.
Yeah, Pat Yeager, January 17th at 3:14 p.m. Cute jokes, Glendora. I remember I remember when you were on TV many years ago with your cartoons. And that's her whole comment. Yeah, there's an ad from Gmail ad from Smile Medicare. It says 100% Medicare coverage. Get a Medicare supplement plan that will cover up to 100% of your yearly health expenses. Facebook notification. Kevin Marr likes a link. Likes a link that Glendora shared here. The link is Chava Glendora number 11836. And that's it. Here, yesterday at 1:17 a.m., Kevin Marr reacted to a post that you are tagged in. Is that right?
Yes, please, remove.
Okay, I'll hit remove. Remove people you may know.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, it's going to go on. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. Remove, 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 remove. Okay. Remove. Okay, see all. Okay. All right, let's see here. Remove, 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 remove.
This woman in New Jersey, folks, has a camcorder for sale, and it's a JVC, and it's an old JVC. And I would like to buy it. It's $100, but she has put so many obstacles in front of us to buy it that at this point we just have to turn and go look for another one. She won't call on the phone, and that's how you judge people's character. She doesn't want to accept a postal money order. She's charging $100 for it. I thought I was going to have it, and I told her I was happy, and I'd give her $150 for it. So, oh no, we won't do anything unless you do PayPal. Well, we don't have PayPal. Well, it's very simple to set up a PayPal account. No, I'm sorry.
You don't need that.
Thank you, though, anyway.
Remove, 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 remove.
My goodness, Gregory, how many were there?
Well, it just goes on forever. It just,
Yeah, keep it up.
you get to the bottom of the page and you just keep on going and,
Please keep it up until they're gone.
all right.
Saved voice message. Hi, Glendora. It's J. Ray, 413-441-2067. I'm calling because I'm sorry I haven't called till now. I understand you're coming up tomorrow. There's a girl who volunteers and helps out homeless people. She goes to the Christian center with these people. She raises money to put up people in hotels and everything. Her name is Regina White, WHITE. Her phone number is 413-858-1060. And if you're going, she's probably meeting people. So I thought I'd connect you with her. And if you want to call her, that would be great. 413-358-1060.
Delete, I got it.
For all you do for people in the community and out of your community and help to have useful. And thank you for all people.
Delete.
Did you get the area code?
Yep, it's 413.
Okay. There were two voicemails, I thought it said.
See, that's another place for our homeless money. This is a woman who helps homeless people. She's not an agency.
Wonderful.
She's not an agency, and she knows them personally.
To listen to your messages, press 1. To first saved voice message. Hi, Glendora. It's J. Ray.
I don't see the delete. I don't see delete.
441-2067. I'm calling
7.
because I'm
Press
sorry
7
I'm
for
called
delete.
till now.
Okay.
7.
I understand you're coming up tomorrow.
Message erased. Next message.
Glendora, this is Grady Davis. You do not have to call me back, but contact CAN TV, specifically Eric, in cable casting. He tells me that a disc was submitted and it came up blank.
That's better than the
I was
usual
supposed to
code.
contact you yesterday, but I've had some other distractions. But contact Eric, please, in cable casting, okay? Because that's what he mentioned to me. You sent something in, and on the check, that's the disc came up blank. Of course, I know not about which one he was talking about. But give him a call, please. So you
I
hear
did,
it,
and it's
and
all handled.
Glendora, stay off the scales, my dear. Stay off the scale.
Delete.
Message.
Delete.
To erase
That's
this
Chicago.
message, press 7. To
Delete.
send a reply
7.
message, press 8.
7 to
Message
delete.
erased.
7. Delete.
You have pressed an incorrect key. To listen to
No,
your
I
message,
have not. Stop.
Pass
you
7.
have pressed an incorrect key.
Okay.
Well, I think I deleted them. Should we just listen again to see if they got deleted?
Okay. I think they did. Press pound.
If you
Press
are
1.
satisfied with your greeting,
Press 1.
Your greeting has been recorded as
Hi there, everybody. It's Glendora. The check will
We got it.
Wonderful.
Athlete.
We got it. Sandy, go ahead on those comments.
This is from Leon Folsom. Glendora, thanks for sending me the copy of Lucent, your alumni magazine. The article on you was very interesting, and it showed many aspects of your life that we did not even suspect. Is there any way you can get a copy of the article that you could forward to Frances Wooden for her to include in the next copy of the Folsom Bulletin? I'm sure many Folsoms would like to read about our famous TV personality. Again, thanks for the article, Leon.
That's good. Can you archive that? The farthest one to the left?
I'm not sure what you mean by archive it. Can I just leave
Did you
it?
see 3 things at the top? Archive and save and
I
trash?
see starred.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Yes, Rose
On your
Folsom.
video.
Uh-huh. Rose Folsom.
Mm-hmm.
What did she say?
Thanks for the smiles and a guffaw or two, Glendora.
Is that it?
No, let's see. Conyers, animal legislation.
Don't know.
Do you want me to read it?
Yes, please.
Forward animal legislation. Let's see. Relates to, he sent a link for the state assembly, and he says it relates to requiring pet dealers to provide instructions pertaining to the care of small animals. Authorizes service animals or therapy dogs to accompany victims of domestic violence at residential programs whenever such accompaniment is reasonable under the circumstances. And another thing before the State Assembly, includes within the Class D felony of assault in the second degree the intentional causing of physical injury to a process server to obstruct from performing his or her lawful duty, or as retaliation against a process server for performing his or her lawful duty. And then here's something else. Establishes the Research Animal Retirement Act, requires research dogs and cats at higher education research facilities or facilities that provide research in collaboration with a higher education facility to be offered for placement with nonprofit animal rescue and shelter organizations, provides that such facilities may enter into agreements with rescue and shelter organizations for implementation. And then another I guess proposal, or I don't know what you would call them, before the State Assembly extends the effectiveness of provisions relating to licensing of establishments where animals or fowls are slaughtered. And these are all links that he has sent to all these initiatives. He's the Derek Conyers Community Liaison Assembly Member, John T. McDonald III, Legislative Office Building, Albany, New York. And there are a couple of phone numbers there for him. Do you want him in your contacts?
No.
Okay. So, Stephanie Craig?
What is it you're reading, honey?
I'm reading your email.
Of today?
No. No, that's a long time ago.
Yes, so how can we get out of that?
Okay. Yeah, no, we're done for, no, these are old. Okay. No, I didn't look at the date. These are all old. The openness message, it says, wait a minute. When I go to view details, it's not opening. So I think I have to go to Messenger, Open Messenger. Is that something you use?
It will, but can we finish the email first?
Okay.
We have to do primary and social?
That's it. That's it for email.
For primary and social?
Yes.
Both of them, huh?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for doing email. Now we'll go to Messenger.
Wait, here's something that says all mail, and it's got a lot in it. So let's look at it. Sue Casey. These look more recent. Facebook. Jean Cassatelli. Facebook, Sue Casey. Facebook, Tom Marino. Facebook, Hal Hefner. Facebook,
We've covered all
Jeff
those.
Wheeler, Cynthia Burrows.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're back to January. That was all the February. So I guess if we went to Facebook, you could see all of those or hear about
We
those.
have seen all of them.
Okay. All right, then I think we're finished with the email.
Okay,
Okay. All right.
primary and social.
Yes.
Then I guess that's the thing to do, go to Messenger.
Okay. This is Jennifer. Looks like I'm not sure when you came in. "35. She says, "Hi, if still interested," he, meaning her husband, said it's okay for me to do money order. Let me know if you still want address.
Would
do
you-
you want to go back to the beginning of this correspondence or no?
Yeah, yes, would you email her back?
Sure.
Or whatever you do, and tell her, oh yes, I still want the recorder. I still will send you 125
Okay.
money order. What is your address?
Okay. So how do I respond to this? Is this
Oh yes, I still want it.
maybe typing. Okay, yeah. What, are you buying something from her?
Yes, an Adverio camera.
Yes, I still want the recorder.
I will send you a $125 postal money order.
Who is this person?
I'll tell you.
Please tell me and I will send you a
$125 postal money order.
125?
Yes, postal money order. I need your address. I need your postal address.
Okay, I said, please send me your address, and I will send you a $125 postal money order.
Oh,
Is that
that's
good?
Yeah. Yes, please. Send.
Okay. Okay. Now, bing. I like the little paper airplane for sending the messages. The icon is a paper airplane. Okay. Now it says pay $125. That's interesting. It pops up a little something says pay $25. I don't know what that little something is. All right, we'll go back to other messages.
Could you go to Facebook and go to notifications, and that's a little bell, ding dong bell.
Hold on. Yikes. No, we're not listing anything. This is a lot more complicated than my phone, Glendora.
Oh, is
It's
it?
bigger, so it's like easier to see the screen, but you have just so many options on here.
Oh,
You know, it might be like too many options.
yeah. Sometimes I feel that way.
Okay, what am I looking for now? What am I looking for? The notifications.
Yeah, no.
Well, under notifications, there's Mike Sawatsky added a new photo 1 hour ago.
Okay, just
Facebook's telling you to wish Arnie a happy birthday.
press return. I think the bottom right button.
Okay.
And doesn't that mark it as red, and we can get rid of it?
And but this one, you have memories with Alan Folsom to look back on today.
Okay.
Let's look at that.
All right.
But this is a year ago today. You and Alan Folsom became Facebook friends, and then your videos here. And so
Thank you.
It's like videos that you've posted. I don't really see Alan.
Hold it a minute, folks. At noon on February 10th, it's 41 degrees. And what did you say, by what?
2 o'clock this afternoon, it will be 44 degrees.
44 degrees.
And it's cloudy.
Well, dear folks, Five, 4, 3, 2. Hey folks, there was a strange obituary in the newspaper. The family requests that all donations be made to MasterCard's Visa and American Express. Marilyn says she thinks, strike that, her husband, Marilyn's husband thinks that his wife must have loaned their snowblower to a neighbor because there is strange blood on the snowblower. You're supposed to talk to your plants. What? You are supposed to talk to your plants. Well, I never heard them answer you. Well, that's because they're mum. Did they give you a coming out party when you were young? Yes. And then they decided that I should have a going in party. The room clerk said to the traveler, "Would you like a room with a tub or a shower?" The traveler says, "Well, what's the difference?" And the room clerk says, "Well, with a tub, you get a chance to sit down." You know those signs in hotel rooms? Have you left anything? They should read, "Have you anything left?" If I paid $250 to a hotel for a room, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. The wife said, "Henry, you never pay attention to our anniversary. You never even paid attention to our anniversary at all. All you think about is golf. You didn't even think of our last anniversary." "Yeah, I did, honey. It was the day that I sunk the 30-foot putt." Billy was telling his friend how sick his daddy was when his daddy went to the hospital. Billy said he was so sick they put him in the expensive care unit. "Do you like your new doctor?" "Yes." "What was the first thing he did?" "He took out his stethoscope and carefully listened to my wallet." Dorothy says, my boyfriend and I have a strange and wonderful relationship. He's strange and I'm wonderful. One man said, the only thing that my wife and I have in common is that we were married on the same day. Why are Bob and Joan the perfect couple? He's a hypochondriac and she's a pure. Cut. Why are Bob and Joan the perfect couple? He's a hypochondriac and she's a pill. A man is in the cemetery and he's reading a gravestone and he reads, here lies a politician and an honest man. And his friend says, how come they put two people in the same grave?
Show number 11, 848, February 6th. Comment from Sandy Sunrise commented on your video. And she just states, you glow, Glendora, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. And that was her comment.
Sandy Sunshine.
And then there's another one here from Sandy Sunrise. She commented on show number 11, 841 to 844. And she states, dear Lady Glendora, comma, there's no sound. Why isn't someone letting you know this? I'm trying to catch up what I've been missing, so we'll call you soon. And she says, a huge love for you, period, she says.
Yes,
she
read
sent
it,
you,
please.
She sent you something, 3 days ago? That would be, I think, Saturday, I guess it was. Let's see if it comes up on you now. It should come up. It should come up when it comes up. See if it's going to show up on here now. Sometimes they're kind of hard to find, so. Yeah, it'd be easier to go into, just go into Facebook to read it, I think. So, let's just get out of that. I'm going to get out of that. So, what I'm going to go into, it'd be easier to go in, because that's on Facebook Marketplace. Jennifer, and the last name is Vukosa, Vukosa, and she sends her okay. Let me know. So she says in here, hi, if still interested, she's talking about her husband now. It says, if still interested, he said it's okay for me to do money order. Let me know if you still want address. And then we replied to her. We said, yes, I still want the recorder. Please send me your address, and I will send you a $125 postal money order. Now that was Saturday at 11:54 a.m. And then she replied back with her address here.
Gregory just informed me that the 15 jokes that he just put up on the Hewlett-Packard up onto the internet, they've shown up on Facebook, and it says that 2 people have seen them, 3 people have seen them.
So yeah, that's going right now. So
And that was just 5 minutes ago.
Yep. Okay, let's see now. Then I'll go and turn these blue. There's
Gregory just read to me that the people who saw the 2-hour shows that were posted last week, 18 people saw one, 17 people saw another, and 13 people saw another. Now those are 2-hour shows.
all right. I'm gonna have to go and I'm gonna have to sit and watch. We have to go in and sit and watch him and find out which one that is here. So
Gregory said that show number 11,836, 24 people have seen the post.
my boyfriend.
Those are 2-hour shows.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Well, we reconstructed the first page. Uncommon and hypochondriac. Okay, that's all of them except 2 or 3. Well, we were able to retrieve most of them, enough of them. Isn't that something? Pockets? You're not right, pockets. You dropped it into the toilet. Okay, it's done. Nothing is left over from Foundation Spiritual. So now you can start the telephoning at 10 after 8. Hi, folks. Be my Valentine.
Hello?
Robert Jackson, be my Valentine.
Hi, Glendora.
Yeah.
I apologize for yesterday. I forgot something. I had an eye doctor's appointment.
Oh, you did?
About. And kept telling me that,
Yeah, they-
this is connected with the changing your
That-
number.
yeah.
I couldn't get through to you.
Yes, Gregory rised after you had left and filled the Straight Talk.
Uh-huh.
You have to fill the Straight Talk every month,
Right.
and so
Oh, I see.
yeah, you had already gone to the eye doctor, and he filled it, and it's already until March the 15th.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's how we do it with Straight Talk. You fill it every month.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's similar to my cell phone.
Yes.
In advance.
Uh-huh. Yes, it is.
Sure. Yes, so that's what, because I had the appointment was at, what's on that appointment? Was at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I had to leave early. Again, my apologies.
Oh, no problem. No problem at all. Do you have the church bulletin?
Pardon me?
Do you have the church bulletin?
Oh, yeah, I have the one from last Sunday. Let me get
Yeah.
that. Hold on. You know, you-
Oh, good. Be my Valentine. A box of 21. Be my Valentine. Be my only Valentine, and there's 21 cards that all say be my only Valentine. Tomorrow, Glendora, are you going to go to all the stores and buy the markdown Valentine candy? I don't know. I can't eat it if I do, not until March, because February is no candy, no dessert month. This is Lent. When is Lent? The first Sunday in April? You are a chosen people. You are a holy priesthood. Did you know that? You are a no. I got to get it out and read it to you. It's so beautiful. You are a...
Okay, I have it now. I just want to read this over.
Okay, good. We're ready.
Familiarize myself.
Robert's going to read to us from his church bulletin. There's always a meditation in it. He's the one who told us about no matter what, when everything is done and over, the only thing that mattered is how you treated people. How did you treat others? Now that means animals too.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay, this is the synopsis of the Sunday Mass of February 11th, the 2018 Roman Catholic Mass. now we are recognized as persons with Hansen's disease, and the rest of the human community come to an end. In the Gospel, Mark 1:40-45, Jesus shows great respect for the religious traditions of his people, even as this miracle signals the year in which all rituals foods will be ended, as healing and cleansing occur for every human being who is called to salvation. St. Paul, in the second reading, 1 Corinthians 10:31-11:1, urges sensitivity when sharing table with those who are not members of our faith community. The important thing is to do all for the glory of God. The force of these readings is to insist on the universal call of God's love and remind us that only disease ostracizes us from God in our own sinfulness. Again, that was a synopsis of the Roman Catholic Mass of Sunday, February 11, 2018, 6th Sunday in Ordinary Time. That was provided by the Church of St. John the Baptist in Yonkers, New York.
Well, I can go. Are you through? I can go for that. That you do everything for the glory of God. You do nothing for the glory of yourself.
That's true, yes.
Yeah. You can do everything for the glory of God. You do nothing for the glory of yourself.
Right.
To God be the glory, great things he hath done. Yeah, that's a good thing to remember. Everything you do is for the glory of God. It is not for the glory of your ego.
That's true, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that's nice. Thank you, Robert.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Did I tell you about the Czechoslovakian athlete who went to the eye doctor?
I don't think so.
And the eye doctor said, "Can you read that bottom line on the chart?" And the Czechoslovakian athlete said, "Read it, I know him." Now, did the doctor find your eyes are okay?
Yeah, fine. Oh, she's very, very happy.
Oh, good.
Very happy. Yeah,
Oh, good, good.
Got to be, in very good shape. She was very satisfied.
Oh, I'm so happy about that.
So, yeah. Thank goodness.
When do you have to go again?
I see her, every 3 months.
Not bad, huh?
It's toward the end of, what is that? Toward the end of May.
Not bad. Your work, watching all of those monitors, it must be awfully hard on your eyesight.
A little bit, especially if you're doing that part of the job, what they call being on. You're doing that for 8 hours. When
8 hours, sometimes.
Arrives, your eyes are getting overtired. There's a lot of screens we have to keep an eye on.
8 hours, you say. Sometimes and often you do it for 16 hours.
I've done that, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
You've done it many times. I know. I've kept.
A week ago, last Saturday, I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about the unusual obituary?
I don't think so.
The family requests you send all donations to Visa, MasterCharge, and American Express. You know, that's more true than fiction today.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, people die with debt.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. Have you had any insights as to Bronxnet?
I don't know. He's looking for, he wants a better quality video.
Yeah, I have an idea. As you know, Queens wants me to do an SD card. And the SD card, I don't know how to put titles on it anyway, so that would take away that problem. There wouldn't be any crawl at the bottom of the screen. So that would take away...
That was another thing.
So that would take away that problem. And I think the SD might give you very good quality. So I have made my Queen's show for the second week of March, and I put it on DVD. So I was thinking that I would make a DVD for you and send it down to you and see if that'll perk up the quality.
Okay, sure. We can try that. Yeah, yeah.
We could try that. Now,
Yeah,
another
I know
thing.
it's-
Yeah,
it's
go
worried about the graininess and a little bit of pixelation.
Yeah, well, this is all up against editorial control. We are public access. He has to play what we send him.
Right, right.
You know,
right.
Manhattan neighborhood has known that all along. You have to play whatever they give you. You have to play it.
That's right, that's right.
So I thought maybe another thing, although this is a little too severe, I thought maybe another thing that I know who is on the board and I know who's the chairman of the board, and I happen to know Michael Nabi, who is the executive director. I've known him for like a decade. And I thought maybe I would make a complaint. Now, I'm not saying I will, because it's too severe and I don't like that. But I thought I might make a complaint that my rights as a public access producer for no editorial control are being violated.
Right.
And,
Sure, sure.
yeah, and that is really amounting to, in New York State, it's against the law, New York code something or other, to limit and prohibit public access, and he's done that for over a year now by not putting the program on. And I think I might point out to him that his colleagues, Manhattan Neighborhood Network and Brooklyn and Queens and even Washington, D.C., have all given up local sponsorship. And that he's really in the dark ages here. So I thought I might point out a few things, but then I may not do it.
Right, right, right.
As I say, I'm praying about it.
Right, sure, sure. Sure. It is public access. I mean, you can't be that. You can't expect a professional network production.
No,
You know?
no.
And so I think they're for public access. I think you be no fussy. You know?
Yeah. And also, I thought maybe I'd invite him up here for lunch, or I would hate to go all the way down to the Bronx. I'm really opposed to that
Yeah,
much.
that's quite a trip for you, sure.
Yeah, that's quite a trip.
That is a trip.
How do you get to Lehman College from Yonkers?
Yeah, that's not too difficult. You take what bus is. It's number 20 bus, the B line, Westchester County buses, the B line system, number 20, and you can pick it up right over here at the Cross County Shopping Center, and that goes down. It goes. Let me see. It winds up down at Jerome Avenue, and that's Jerome Avenue and 200th Street. Actually, I went to high school there. I went to a private high school on the Grand Concourse at 200th Street.
Oh my goodness.
And actually, that's right. That's where the 20 bus runs. And let's see, yeah, you get off the 20 bus going southbound at 200th Street in the Grand Concourse, and it's a very short walk from there to Lincoln College.
Is that so?
Very short walk to Lincoln College.
Probably the college?
Because I used to do it. I used to, well, not from Yonkers. I still lived in the Bronx when I went to Lincoln.
Is that so? Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And, but I know, but I'm familiar with the 20 bus, I know where it travels.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, the 20 bus going northbound, back toward Yonkers, the bus stop was right in front of the school.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. But as I say, I live in the Bronx area.
Oh.
We go away the same way I went to high school.
Oh.
So I would cross, walk up 200th Street remember having to cross a railroad, subway tracks.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Perry Ave. That's right. Over to Perry Ave. Leaving college is on Perry Ave.
Oh.
And yeah, so but again, it sounds like a longer walk than it actually was. So yeah, so that's the way you see. I used to get to Lehman, and I know where they're located. I know that when I was in Lehman, they did have a TV facility in Carmen Hall.
That's right. You're so cosmopolitan. That's exactly where it is, Carmen Hall.
That's today, exactly as you just said. That's where Bronxnet is located.
Yeah. In the basement. In the basement, yes.
That's right, on the lower level. That's correct, yes. Yes, I remember walking through the hall.
Yeah.
Because I was interested then, of course, in TV. And I looked at they had a very nice studio.
Very nice.
Yeah,
They have a really big operation.
So, so actually the trip from Yonkers by public transportation is bad at all.
That always works, or it always has in the past. When you go see them personally, they really come around after that. And at least that has been happened in the past. Well, you're so cosmopolitan, Robert. You know everything. Yeah.
Yeah, well, things I picked up over the years, looking at the Bronx and in this area.
Yeah.
I know it pretty well.
Yeah.
Every little street.
Oh, that's good.
I have a good knowledge of the area,
Oh, good. Well, I thank you for that. That was fun.
Well, you're welcome.
Now, let's see. Did I sing you the hymn? Did I sing? Well, I'll sing it anyhow.
Okay.
What is the soul? It is the God that is inside of you. And it is the God that is inside of everybody. Amen.
That's very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Very nice. Thank you for that.
Yeah, well, it's a pleasure. I'll talk to you soon, hon.
Okay, Glendora. Take care.
Yes, thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Absolutely. Again, my apologies for that.
No.
Yesterday.
No, nothing at all.
I gotta leave notes for myself. Reminders. Yeah. Because I knew you would be calling, and I know I had to get out of the house. The eye doctor appointment at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you made it. Yeah, that's good news.
So yeah, that was kind of a foul. So again, my apologies.
No. Take care, my dear friend.
Okay, hang on, George. You do the same.
Bye, Robert.
All right, say hello to Gregory for me.
Yeah. Hello, Gregory from Robert. Bye-bye, Bob.
Okay, Glendora. Take care. Bye. Bye-bye.
Folks, you are a chosen people. Do you know that? You are a chosen people. You are a holy priesthood. You are a special person. You are a great generation. Did you know all that? And you have been called forth from the darkness to give praise to Him who called you from darkness into this marvelous light. Hi, Greg.
Yeah, hello. Hi. Good
How
morning.
are you?
Good morning, Glendora. I'm very, very good today.
Will you be my Valentine?
Yes.
Okay.
for today, so.
Would you read that to the folks, honey? This comes from 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 19.
Okay. All right. This is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse, what was it, verse 19, was it?
Yeah.
It says, a chosen generation.
You are a chosen generation. And you are a royal priesthood?
Yes, it says royal priesthood, holy.
You are a holy nation?
Holy nation, yeah. And special people.
And you are a special people.
And that ye show forth.
That you shall shine? That ye shall shine forth?
Shine.
Is that correct, Greg? That ye shall shine forth?
Yes. You shall shine forth. The praise of him.
The praise of him who?
Who hath called you out of darkness.
Who has called you out of darkness.
Into his marvelous light.
Into his marvelous light. Don't you love it? Thank you, Greg.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Now, there's another one I want to read you, and it's very, very short.
Yeah, this one at the top there.
Yes.
John.
It's from John 20, 19.
Yes, yeah.
When Christ appeared to his disciples after the crucifixion, and what did Christ say to them? Peace be unto you. Peace be unto you. Well, Gregory, here is our to-do list for today. And there are 40 things to do. Greg, we're going to lose. We're not going to win.
Oh, really? Well, we can persevere and
Yeah.
we can try to get ahead of the game a little bit there. So.
Yeah. You see this book, folks? Just a second. There's quite a few papers here. By the way, this is Glendora Gregory. Pass it on. These important things cross our desk, come into the Happy House 3. I feel that they would help you. I feel it is vital information for you. And so we have this session called Glendora Gregory, Pass It On. Look at this book, folks. Look at this elegant book. Elegant. Are you closer to the camera than I am? Show them this
Yes,
elegant
I can
book.
show. Yeah. You want me to read the title?
No.
Right there.
No, I just wanted you to show how
All right,
elegant
sorry.
the book is.
Well,
because
it is an elegant tome.
Now, is this a volume of Shakespeare? No, it is not. Is it the Bible? No, it is not. This elegant binding is a book of jokes. I've never seen jokes so elegantly dressed.
Yes.
It came from dear Paul Martin in Salem, Oregon. And Paul Martin, at the age of 7 or 8, used to watch the SS Glendora children's television show from 1955 to 1962. He lived in Scotia, New York, which is right across the bridge from General Electric in Schenectady, the Mohawk River. Well, Scotia is right across the river. And his daddy was the superintendent of schools. And warm in his heart, still, to this day, is the SS Glendora children's show. And I know how old Paul is. It's simple arithmetic. He's 68. And he's a music teacher, a music specialist. He helps troubled minds with music. Now, Joe, Gregory, how are you going to read the frontispiece and the contents? What are you going, I think you should.
It's up to you. Sure, I could do that.
Open this book and read to us.
ultimate book of jokes, and essential collection.
What, dear?
It says it's the essential
Essential
the
collection?
essential collection of more than 1,500 jokes.
Ooh,
Yeah. Let's see here. The introduction here. Here, do you want me to read the introduction a little bit? There's a little
yeah, what's the first page? Is it copyrighted and all that?
Yes.
Is it the Library of Congress and all that, honey?
Yes.
What's the copyright date?
Copyright, it says 2011
Really?
by Scott McNeely.
Scott who?
Scott McNeely.
McNeely.
And
Well, good for you.
it has the Library of Congress cataloging and publication data, and they have that. Yeah. And and it states in here, Scott the author, he states, well, why did I write the ultimate book of jokes? It's because most jokes books I've come across are emphatically not funny, and don't get me started on the pitiful state of humor on the internet. Hey Google, there's nothing amusing about listing page after page of look-alike websites peddling carbon copy lists of mediocre jokes. And a note to those copycat joke websites: if I wanted a free screensaver, I'd ask for one. A pox on your pop-up advertisements, it says here. Needless to say, I couldn't find a decent laugh anywhere, so I took matters into my own hands. I asked friends to send me their favorite jokes. Many graciously complied. I scoured secondhand bookshops and mercilessly harangued colleagues, friends, and children.
Greg, I think that's so interesting. What is his name? Scott McNeely?
Yeah, Scott McNeely, yeah. So he scoured shops and harangued friends and random people on the street, always on the hunt for laugh-inducing source material. And while he can't claim every joke in the ultimate book of jokes rates a triple chortle belly jiggle, I can promise this: you will laugh reading this book, and laugh often. And that's what he states some of the introduction there in the book. And
Did he sign it with a signature?
they say yes, yeah,
He did?
yes. he
Show
did.
us his signature,
In the
please.
introduction. Well, I'd say this is the introduction of the book right there. He put the book together, and he wrote the introduction, and he signed the introduction right there. Yeah.
What's on the next page?
And we have chapter 1 titled "It's Important to Laugh," and
It is.
then he asks the question, well, what is a joke? And
He asked the question, what?
He asked the question, well, what is a joke? What's the difference between a joke and a funny story? One of the big differences is the build-up to a punchline. Jokes have punchlines. Funny stories usually don't. Jokes are also mercifully short. 2 or 3 lines are all you need for a joke to hit its target.
You are right, Scott McNeely.
And often jokes have a formulaic setup.
Often jokes what?
Jokes often have a formulaic setup that hastens the climax. Think yo mama jokes, bar jokes, light bulb jokes, knock knock jokes, etc. Let's see here. Anyways, Why do we laugh at jokes? Scientists and professors, theorists and folklorists, not to mention the bartender at your local at your local bar, have all thought deeply about this question. No surprise then that there are many theories of laughter. How laughter relieves inhibition. How laughter allows us to metaphorically beat up our social superiors. And
I have two things to say about that, Greg.
yeah,
One, I think one of the greatest things that God has created is a sense of humor. We do laugh.
there's somebody at the door.
There's somebody at the door.
I think I should just.
All right, could you
Check.
take care of it and I'll talk to the
Sure.
people?
Yeah, you go right ahead. So yeah.
I think one of the greatest things that God has ever created is a sense of humor. In a person is a sense of humor. In a person is a rhythm, also music that's inside of us. That's one of the great things. And another great thing is arithmetic, counting.
Yeah, we're
There's something about counting.
recording something right now.
Oh, I just gotta look at it real.
Yeah, sure.
Did you want to turn off the TV and we'll take care of the door? And then another thing I have to say about it, folks.
Yeah, this just got melted out. We popped it out of there. So.
Dr. Jocelyn Celestin is an immunologist. He's the chief immunologist at Albany State Medical School. And he is a doctor who practices helping people for immunity. And he said to me one day, he says, Glendora, he says, that's nice that you tell jokes. He says, that's good for people's immune systems. So it's good for your immune system to laugh. What was at the door?
Not sure it was. A man to fix his stove. There he's going to fix the stove burner there.
Well, did he come in and measure it?
Yes, I took care of that. He's going to.
Oh, good. I wish you'd given him the piece that was on the...
I did, yeah.
You
Yeah,
did?
give it to him.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
We're all set, so.
So there it is.
All right.
And, you know, dogs wag their tails, cats purr, but people smile. Isn't it a great thing that God did? Back to you.
All right.
You were reading me what makes people laugh. I think that's interesting. Keep going.
All right. And here's some tips. There's some tips for being funny. Most people assume that you need a sense of humor and a knack for storytelling to make people laugh. The world's great joke tellers possess impeccable timing and an infectious belly laugh, to be sure, but according to the Laugh Lab project, a handful of other attributes contribute to jokes being considered funny. People found jokes funniest at 6:03 in the evening, and the least funny at 1:30 in the morning. As far as time goes, people they found jokes funniest on the 15th of the month, less funny towards the end or the start of the month.
Yeah, why is there so much month left over at the end of the money?
So we're right in the middle of that right now. Jokes averaging 103 words are funniest, and many jokes poke fun at animals. Those featuring ducks are funniest. That's what it says here. So,
I don't like that.
yeah, well, I don't like
I
that.
like animals. And they have enough troubles without being poked fun at.
Yeah, so,
Poke the fun at people.
and let's see here. Let's see. There's let's see now. So there's different topics, the different chapters in here. There's different categories and topics things to say. Some may not be quite as today. Nowadays they call it politically correct. And
What are some of the categories, honey?
there's one here about there's one here about I think about there's one here about Helen Keller talking
No.
about jokes about
Now, what are some of the categories?
categories. They have
Look in the contents.
all right. The okay, we got there's a chapter on blondes.
Oh, okay.
And there's a chapter on computers, math, and philosophy, and a chapter on religion. There's a chapter on occupational hazards, and chapter on relationships, and a chapter on jokes for kids. Then there's jokes about ethnicities.
Ethnicity.
Yeah, ethnicities and race. And jokes about old people. And there's a lot of different subjects about that there. And,
All right. Show the folks again the book. And we're going to explore this further. Would you like to?
So here's the book
Yeah.
here, son. All right.
And then maybe we will read some of the jokes to you.
But it's a heavy book. It weighs about
Well, it's an amazing book.
Couple
I want
pounds.
folks to see the beauty of it.
yeah, it's a big book. So it's got a lot of stuff in it.
Okay, what's this, hon?
This is the book. This is a book written by Mary Lawrence. She's a vegan chef, and she cooks vegan meals for her customers. And she wrote this book and put it out. It's called Eat Vegan with Me. It's called, and from what I've gone through the book, and there's numerous recipes, vegan recipes to prepare healthy meals, and it just touches on a lot of different topics about eating vegan and eating with a plant-based diet. And Mary was nice enough that she sent this book to Glendora as a gift, and we have Glendora has retained Mary Lawrence to give a presentation at Glendora's Vegetarian Club, and it was very interesting, and we had a very good dinner, one night. That she prepared dishes, vegan dishes.
She made scrambled eggs out of tofu. No eggs. You know, you never should eat eggs. For one thing, it's unethical to take a hen's babies. And another thing is an egg is the menstrual cycle of a hen. That's not to be eaten. And they're full of cholesterol. They're not good for you. Don't ever eat eggs. But she made scrambled eggs out of tofu. Delicious.
Yeah, very good, son. It sure was. And anyways,
And Glendora sent Mary Lawrence $30 as a gift too for this. And Mary Lawrence sponsors Glendora's program on Manchester, Connecticut TV. It goes to Rocky Hill, and it goes to four other Connecticut communities near there. Okay.
And there's it speaks in here about becoming a vegan gardener, where you can grow your own garden and get your own fresh vegetables out of your garden in the summertime, which is I mean, you can't get much more healthier than that. Grow your own food, and it's a very good way to go. Yeah.
My cat is vegetarian. She's 91 years old. She's 14 years old.
Yeah, she sure is, and she's
she-
thriving. She's
Yes, she is.
She's thriving there, yeah. This is what this is. This is a little card that was mailed to you. This is mailed. I'll tell people about it. I guess. I'll explain it to the people. I guess.
Yeah.
This is mailed from a organization called Compassion Over Killing, and Compassion Over Killing. They sent this to Glendora. And on one side of it, there's a recipe for a chocolate tofu pie, which explains how to make that here. Then on the other side is a letter written to Glendora here that Glendora was generous enough to give a donation to Compassion Over Killing. And they say, "Dear Glendora, thank you so much for your generous donation. I want to express my sincere appreciation for your continued support of our work, and more importantly, of voiceless animals. Please know that your gift will go a long way in helping us shine a bright light on the hidden horrors of animal agribusiness and empower others to choose compassion at every meal."
Nice statement.
And they were nice enough to send that back to you.
That's nice. I think it was only $182. It should be a lot more.
All right.
Now, this book is from the vegetarian Christian is that who from? Is that whom it is from?
Yeah, Christian Vegetarian
Okay,
Association.
you have read that book to the folks in entirety.
Yeah, we have.
This
so-
is great.
Happy.
Christian Vegetarian Society. They're in Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio. Go ahead, great. Pick and
Okay,
choose.
sure. Yeah, yeah. This is a. Just the header for a local paper here. But
What
this
did you
does-
say, Greg?
This is. I'm looking at this. Just a newspaper clipping here. It doesn't. I don't think that pertains to you there. This
Okay.
clipping right there.
It's in here by mistake.
But this, yeah, this is here. But this is a letter from the, what we did recently, I think it was a week or maybe 2 weeks ago. We went to the place called the Christian Center in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. We went there, and Glendora and I, we went there and we had we met the director of the center, and we got to enjoy a vegan meal that they prepared for us at the center that day. And we also, Glendora was generous enough to, you gave me some donations to some local homeless people there that were needful and they needed help. And you gave them envelopes to help them out. And there was a...
But, Greg, would you go get the Christmas jar, which is over on the footstool?
Yes, yeah.
Whenever Pat, my friend, does something nice to me, and that's very often, they won't take money. I want to pay them, but they don't want to be paid. So I take $5 and I put it in the Christmas jar. Whenever Sue does something nice for us, we put $5 in the Christmas jar. Whenever Sandy does something nice for us, and that's very often, we put $5 in the Christmas jar. And also Maxine, because these lovely friends will not take money for helping me. Well, guess what, folks? At the Christmas 2017, this jar had $325 in it. So Pat and I put them all into envelopes of $30 each, a 20 and a 10, or maybe 3 10s or 5s. and we put on the outside of the envelope, it was Sue's idea that Jesus loves you. Well, we had a terribly hard time trying to find ways to distribute this money. I did not want to give it to an agency. I wanted to see the money go directly to the homeless person, and I wanted to do that face to face. Well, I stuck to it, and we called around the people who have a program for homeless veterans. They wouldn't do it because they said it was favoritism. The pregnancy center said they wouldn't do it. But I called the Christian Center in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, and that dear darling Ellen Merritt
Yeah.
said yes. And so Ellen and I sat at a table, and Ellen would call over somebody named Carrie, and she'd say, Glendora, this is Carrie. Carrie, this is Glendora. Carrie, Glendora loves the world, and she wants you to have a present, and I would hand the envelope to Carrie. And I handed it to Keith, and I had it to Rob, and so forth. And we gave out the 6. Now Pat and her husband Richard will go to Route 5 on the thruway that empties onto Everett Road. And there's a light there, and you have to wait as a motorist for the light to change, and a homeless person is very often standing there with a sign. Well, Pat gave out 6 envelopes that way. Sue gave out 1 that way too. Anyway, we gave out all 14 of them. Thank you, Ellen Merritt.
Yeah, that was very generous of you to do that.
No, it was their money. They're the ones who earned it.
Yeah,
Help pick and choose, huh?
okay, sure. This is the envelope for the Compassion Over Killing card that they sent. That's the envelope for that. And these are what these are is gingerbread, a container of gingerbread soft baked cookies.
Ooh.
Gingerbread spice cookies.
Are they vegan? I think they are.
They are dairy free, nut free, and soy free.
Well, they're vegan.
And it says no artificial anything.
And what's the name of them? Show it to the folks.
It's called the brand here. Here it is. It says enjoy life. Eat freely. It says soft baked cookies, gingerbread spice.
Oh, goody.
And I tried one and it was very good. So.
Yes. And I ate the rest.
And also there's here's some chocolate chip ones. They make a variety. There's like a chocolate chip right there.
And they make a candy cane one too. It looks like a vegan Oreo, but the cream inside is green and it tastes like a candy cane.
All right. And here is here is this is a section from the local the Advertiser. It's called the Advertiser, and I think we clipped out your notice in here has been taken
That's
out.
a mistake, huh?
Yeah, I think that's been taken out.
Okay.
That's been taken out, I think, so, yeah. And this is, because you put a joke in the Advertiser, you try to put one in every week,
Yes.
and then you advertise your vegan supper, and the Advertiser.
And my crew, folks, I'm the founder of the Glendora Vegetarian Club, and by the way, we have finished year 5. We are starting year 6, February. It started in 2013. And my crew doesn't like coming to my Happy House 3 and having me fix their dinner. Can you imagine passing that up? They don't have to pay anything. They don't have to cook. So they want to go and meet at the Church in the Covenant.
Goes over there.
And it's a round church. What's that, honey?
Oh, that's the picture of what is her name? The Janie Ray plowing her driveway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I want to tell the people about that.
Yeah, she's plowing her driveway.
Yeah, did you put anything else over here that we didn't tell the people?
No, I don't think so. She's using a snowblower to clean the recent snow that we had.
Jeannie Ray, Pittsfield, Massachusetts, grandmother.
She's dressed up in looks like a snowman suit there, or a panda.
Where there's plenty of
Some
snow.
kind of a bear suit or something.
Right up there in the Berkshires, Mount Greylock.
All right.
Thank you, Jeannie Ray, for the many things that you do. And she knows a woman who is not an agency. She's just a woman who helps the homeless. So I think with this already has over $100 in it, and it's only February. So I think we'll give a lot of that to that woman who is helping the homeless on her own over in Pittsfield that Jeannie Ray told us about. So I was telling you about the Church in the Covenant. The Church in the Covenant is a round church. It's as round as this clock. It's a round church so that the devil cannot corner you. And so Debbie belongs to that church, and Gary and her family, and they want me to have it at that church. So they've taken over, and that's where we will have the next one, at the Church of the Covenant, Route 43 in Averill Park in Rensselaer County. You please come and bring a potluck. Make sure there's no animal products in it. And you will have a very good dinner, and you'll have a good program. What is this, Greg? Is this jokes?
Yeah, this is the list of jokes here.
Okay, I can remember too. It was an unusual obituary in the newspaper. It said, "The family requests that all donations be made to Visa, MasterCharge, and American Express." Two men were out in a graveyard just walking around. One of them read this epitaph, "Here lies an honest man and a politician." And his friend says, "How come they put two people in the same grave?" And Bob says that his wife must have loaned their snowblower to somebody else because there's strange blood on it. And you have to talk to your plants. And the husband says, "Well, I never heard them answer you." And she said, "Well, that's because they're mums." "Do you like your new doctor?" "Yes." What was the first thing he did? The first thing he did was to take out his stethoscope and listen carefully to my wallet. The room clerk said to the traveler, "Do you want a room with a tub or with a shower?" And the traveler says, "Well, what's the difference?" And the room clerk said, "With a tub you can get a chance to sit down." And those signs that they have in the hotels that say, "Have you left anything?" What should they say, folks? They should say, "Have you anything left?" And how can you pay $250 for a bed a night? I couldn't sleep. And the wife said, "Ed, you never pay any attention to our anniversary. You never even think about it. You didn't even think about our last anniversary." And Ed says, "Oh, yes, I did. It was the day I sunk the 30-foot putt."
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
What one's after that, honey?
Oh, it says here, strange and common.
Marilyn says, "My boyfriend and I have a strange and wonderful relationship. I'm wonderful and he's strange." And a man says, "The only thing that my wife and I have in common is that we were married on the same day." And
That's good.
why are Bob and Joan the perfect couple? He's a pill and she's a hypochondriac.
Yeah, that's it.
Now I wonder how many of those jokes are in this book.
There you go. So, yeah, there's 2 pages there.
Do you see anything else here that I have? What's this say, dear?
Dear
Dear Gregory, my friend, and he's my caregiver too.
This is the just a card for maybe some of your contacts here. It says this is Mike Albany. And
Oh,
it
okay,
says,
yeah, that goes on your side. Oh, okay. They got mixed in, right,
Got
dear?
mixed in, I guess. Yeah.
Who was the other one?
The Isabel. Isabel's the other
Yes.
card
I need help calling that
there?
number.
Okay. All right.
Tell the folks about the North American
The
Vegetarian Society.
all right. Yeah, this is some material on the promoting. This is just the end of last year in October. They promoted it's called the World Vegetarian Day, and October 1st. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, there was a gathering in Washington D.C. down there. They had a
Well, maybe. But the important one, Greg, is the one that's coming up in July. It's 5 days. It's called Summerfest. It's all vegan and vegetarian. And it's at the University of Pittsburgh. Let me say again, that's in July. It's 5 days. North American Vegetarian Society Summerfest. Do you want to go?
Pittsburgh, was that?
Okay.
Pittsburgh.
I have asked them to make us a video. Make us a video and we'll watch it together, you and I and Greg, okay? What's this, baby?
Anyways,
Oh, show them those lovely pictures.
yeah, I'll show some of the pictures here. They show to promote vegetarianism. There's a picture right there of some. There's a pig right there, and then there's a copy of this is the vegan outreach news right here. I'll show you. And vegan outreach news, and then there's this is they say how can you help people, animals, and the earth. This is this goes back to the World Vegetarian Day again, though. But that 5 days in Pittsburgh, that sounds very interesting, though.
Aren't they sweet? All they want is to be friends. They just want to be a pet of yours, like your dog or your cat. That's all they want. And look at the horrible things we do to them. And look at her. She's so scared. And she says, what are you going to do to me? Are you going to kick me? Are you going to beat me? Are you going to electric prod my rectum? Are you going to transport me across western New York in 40 degrees below zero in an open slatted car? Is that what you're going to do to me? My last trip and go to the slaughterhouse, and what happens to me there? Please, please.
So,
They just want to be friends and pets.
yeah, that's it. So, all right. And all right. Yeah, this is just really quick. This is a box from of toothpaste, Tom's of Maine toothpaste here, with just botanically bright. It's called, and it is free of. It's a natural toothpaste they make. It's free of fluoride, and has no animal products in it. And
Now read the whole thing, please, about his how we are stewards. God says, I give you
Okay,
dominion
all
over the
right.
earth. Well, that doesn't mean that you're to exploit the earth. No, it means that you are to be a steward of the earth. Read
yeah,
what he
it says
said.
here we believe what's inside matters. Our stewardship model guides every decision we make, ensuring that our ingredients, processing, and packaging meet our rigorous standards for being natural, sustainable, and responsible. To learn more about their stewardship model and what natural means at Tom's of Maine, you visit tomsofmaine.com. And And it also has on here what makes a product natural and good. At times it includes how they make it. They have no animal testing, and they share every ingredient and its purpose and its source. They have sustainable practices are a priority, and no artificial colors, flavors, or fragrance or preservatives.
Tom's of Maine.
And they maximize their recycled content and recyclability of their packaging. And that is it.
You're a good man, Tom. I love you.
And the goodness that says equals less in landfills.
No animal products. Now this is Tom's of Maine, and it is Tom's soap and Tom's toothpaste.
Yeah, they make a variety of products. Okay, and this is what we call this is our pig. I'll show this here. This is cover the pig folder we got here for material.
They just want to live their own lives the way you do.
And
Why should they be exploited and live in captivity and be beaten
and here it shows
and agonized?
So yeah, Glendora's each a vegetarian, and she purchases a lot of vegetarian products, and we have
$95 last week for
a lot of
cat.
a lot of vegetarian hot dogs, and then they call them leanies, and there's vegetarian turkey slices they have, and a turkey smoked roll, and ham, and they have ham, which
It's like a delicatessen ham, and it's made out of grains.
Yeah, made out of grain.
It's called
and,
wham.
Grain and protein. And they have what's called steaklets. Steaklets, a Swiss steak, pork tender bits, tender rounds of meatballs, they're very good. Very good meatballs.
With spaghetti and marinara sauce.
Once you have tender rounds of meatballs with spaghetti and all, and you won't go back to the regular ones. I don't think so. But
Really?
dot
That's a
com.
good statement.
I think .com. She seems to enjoy them pretty well. So.
.com is a cat.
And
I don't think that list. Do you have a pen? Would you add to that list? We have vegetarian bacon.
yeah.
You got a pen?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Just add to the list bacon.
Bacon. All right, sure. They do have bacon. Yeah. A lot of that. They do have that. This is this is a copy of the American Vegan magazine here they put out.
Oh, the magazine they put out.
Yeah, magazine American Vegan. I'll show the cover of it. And they did American Vegan right there. And here's the back of it. They did a feature on Glendora. And there's Glen.
You want to read it to
There's
them?
Glendora in the back, and I think I took that picture over there.
You did, honey?
I think I did.
Yes, you did. I remember you did.
And I did. So
You walked in and you took it, and it was used to great service.
there's a story in here on talking about Glendora. And it says Glendora, vigorous vegan campaigner. 89-year-old Glendora Folsom Buell phones us weekly for an exchange of news. This message that she left is typical. Hi, Glendora here. Are we doing anybody any good? Are we doing the world any good? Are we doing the cosmos any good? What's the cosmos about? Well, we are all supposed to be one with the cosmos, working together happily and making things better. We're not supposed to be off ego and selfish and thinking that we're better than any other part of the cosmos. No. We're all together working, having a good time, making it better, keeping it going and keeping it growing. And also there's an extensive. It talks about Glendora, how she went to she was a graduate of the American International College, and they recently featured her as the cover story for its fall 2016 Lucent, which is published by the magazine of the American International College.
The ups and downs of a television career.
So here's some of Glendora's jokes here. The couple couldn't afford to go to Niagara Falls for their honeymoon, so they went to the car wash instead. And it says here, Glendora always has a joke ready. A recent opener for her public access TV show, A Chat with Glendora. Folks, what do you call fake spaghetti? The great impasta.
I wonder if that's in the joke book.
So that.
It's going to be interesting to read that joke book, honey.
So that's pretty. That's
Okay,
pretty good, so, yeah.
Is that everything?
Yeah, I think so. There's the. Let's see here. All right, I think here is a list of the Ten Commandments. Do you want me to go?
Oh,
through
yes.
The Ten Commandments?
Oh, always read that, would you?
Yeah, we do that. That's a good idea. All
In
right.
children's language.
Yeah, this is for the Ten Commandments to, like, as youngsters growing up. Maybe they don't understand big adult words and things like that, or things about that.
You need to do it.
But what this is a list of the Ten Commandments written in language for children, so that children can understand it. And I'll go down this right now. Number one, love God more than you love anything else.
Love helping others more than you love anything else.
And number two, don't make anything in your life more important than God.
Don't make anything in your life more important than helping others.
Number three, always say God's name with love and respect. Number four, honor the Lord by resting on the seventh day of the week. Number five, love and respect your mom and dad. Number six, never hurt anyone. Number seven, always be faithful to your husband or wife. Number eight, don't take anything that isn't yours. Number nine, always tell the truth. And number 10, be happy with what you have. Don't wish for other people's things. And that's number 10 right there.
Try to be better than anybody else. We're all equal together. Gregory, you can have the last spoken word, and I will sing the closing hymn. So go ahead.
All right. The last spoken word.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. The biggest thing. The spoken word. What I would say is for the past number of days, I'm on the tail end of bouncing back from the local quote flu, which seems to be a big thing right now, and there's a certain flu season over the country, and people get colds once in a while, but right now